Hi guys, good evening. Welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host Eddie, and in tonight's video I will be discussing what I thought of that amazing episode of The Walking Dead, which just premiered a few short minutes ago. I got done watching it a while ago. I just got back from it. Oh my god, I loved this episode. I loved this episode. So good. Okay. Before I start geeking out about it, please be warned that this video review will be full of spoilers. Again, spoiler-filled episode review that you are about to watch here. I will say it again, spoiler-filled review, so you have been warned. If you're not caught up on The Walking Dead by this episode or the past couple episodes, do not keep watching or listening, as I will be going into spoilers. So you have been warned. That being said, I loved this episode. This episode, I felt like it rekindled the spark in The Walking Dead because it had so many great elements in it. It introduced new characters. It showed character conflict. It showed amazing action-packed sequences. It showed characters at their emotional worst. And it showed gross zombies. It had gross zombie effects. This episode, had it all, basically. And the thing I enjoyed the most about it was how Rick went full-on rogue and went after Negan. No more planning, no more talks, no more coordinating. He just went for it. He went after Negan and he took him out on the road from his convoy and he just went after him. He hunted him, basically. He hunted him and he taunted him. And he had him at his mercy, too. Oh, God, I loved that moment where Negan is trying to antagonize him to come up the staircase. So he throws the hatchet at him, and then the hatchet hits the wall, and it causes Negan to fall off the railing, which was already rotten. And then he's hanging there. And the whole time, I'm like, oh. It was one of those moments on TV that made me go, oh, I loved what was being implied, that Negan was now finally at Rick's mercy or at Rick's wrath. And you could tell Rick had every intention of killing him, whether he was going to chop off his fingers or hit him right in the head, but Negan let go. Oh, God, and this whole episode, how Negan continues to personify and get all emotional over Lucille, and how Rick finds Lucille. He finds Lucille, and he swings it over his shoulder, and he's walking around like he owns it. Oh, I loved it. I loved how Rick was getting in under Negan's skin and getting into his head, because ever since we've known Negan, that's all he's ever done to Rick, is that he's gotten under his skin, he's gotten into his head, and now finally, Rick was finally able to turn the tables and do that to him. I loved seeing Negan in turmoil. It was satisfying. No, he may not have died, but he definitely went through some dark shit. He suffered. Negan suffered, and I think that's going to leave a lot of fans happy, because a lot of fans hate Negan. I mean, I don't hate him. I think he's a great character, but I don't exactly love him either. I love seeing him in turmoil, and I loved how we continue to see his world falling down. Because while he's being pursued by Rick, Simon is basically planning a coup with Dwight. Or not really with Dwight, but he's got Dwight on his side now. And we could see Simon has just absolutely had it with Negan's leadership. Because he even asked Dwight flat out, oh, come on, you must have thought about clipping him at least once or twice. He says that. He says it flat out about clipping him. So you can tell Simon's been thinking about taking out Negan for a while. We've seen it in the past couple episodes. Hell, probably since the beginning of this season, we've seen Simon's growing frustration and dissatisfaction with his leader. And now that Rick has spilled the beans and revealed what really happened to Jadis and her people, you can tell Negan was not happy about that, and he is going to be pissed when he reunites with Simon, and I'm sure they will at some point. Oh, I am excited now. This episode really got my blood flowing. It was just so damn good. And now we've got these brand new characters that have seemed to come out of nowhere. At first I thought the person who left the basket requesting food and records was either Jadis or Eugene. Those were my only two suspects. And then turns out to be a brand new character altogether. And she's clean and she's presentable and she looks civilized and she behaves civilized and she seems like a reasonable woman. And Michonne is an excellent judge of character, and I think she made the right call by telling Maggie we need to make a deal with them. We need to trust them. And sure enough, they ended up giving them a whole ton of food. And now that we've got these new characters thrown in the mix, this only opens up the world of The Walking Dead for even more storytelling. The continuous world building, the universe expanding, whatever you want to call it. Now we've got new characters, intriguing, mysterious, hopefully good guy characters that have been introduced. Hopefully now that'll expand into this season and possibly into season 9 and beyond. That is just exciting to me. I love the potential there. But God, this episode had so much going for it, but I think what I enjoyed the most was the Rick and Negan dynamic and the Simon and Dwight dynamic as well. Oh, and we saw a Naked Walker. The Naked Walker finally appeared. There was an article a short while back about how The Walking Dead would feature a fully nude walker, and they finally did it. They got away with it, with having the crotch completely blackened and burned from the looks of it. Ow. Ow. But it was still kind of a cool thing to have on the show. But God, I loved this episode. So damn good. So damn good. This episode really got my blood flowing. It was exciting. It was satisfying. I loved seeing Rick taunt Negan, getting into a fist fight, a one-on-one fight with Negan. It completely topped their first match from the mid-season finale when they fought in Alexandria. This episode was great. Not only did Rick damage Lucille, he's damaged Negan's image as well. And he's gotten under his skin, and he almost killed him a couple times. And I think Negan was more afraid of Rick than Rick was afraid of Negan, and I loved that. I absolutely loved that, and I hope you guys did too. So, what did you think of this awesome episode? Did you like it? Did you love it? Were you okay with it? Were you meh? Please leave your thoughts, opinions, and your feedback down below in the comments section. I'd love to hear from everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this episode got your blood flowing and got you even more excited for what's to come on this amazing show, with new episodes premiering every Sunday night on AMC. Don't miss it. Have a great rest of the night, everybody. Thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe as we continue to follow along the all-out war storyline of The Walking Dead. Have a good one, guys. Thanks for watching, and of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.